Good morning, everyone. So, my name is Zahid, and I'm the Vice President of Clinical Affairs, Layer Analytics. And today we're going to talk about a little bit overview of the layer introduction, and then we'll talk about what the layer missions and goals are, and what are the big health IT challenges in the current era, and how the layer is addressing all those challenges. And then we will at the end talk about some of the solutions layer is providing right now. So the layer is empowering individuals to take control of their health under supervision of their healthcare providers. This is layer's missions. And how we do is, so our goal is to increase the standard of care and reduce the cost of care through bridging the gap between patients' data, hospital data, claims data, lab data, radiology data, and the device data. So we are trying to bridge those gaps so that we can generate meaningful alerts to enhance the quality of life and standard of care in the communities. So Alera is a multinational company with more than 18,000 employees, and has a $3 billion sale last year. And we have a presence in more than 100 countries in the world. And we have a direct presence in more than 36 countries, and our solutions are available in more than 100 countries in the world. So this is the big level where the alerts missions are, and if you see, the alert mission is to get the communities healthy. All we want to achieve, the goal is, we have a patient in the center in this onion diagram, and the first we want to get the communities connected through, all we're going to get them connected through HIE solutions, and then we get them smart through population analytics and real-time clinical decision support, and at the end we obviously want to get them engaged through telehealth, to telehealth program, disease program, and wellness program, and all those things. We have a whole continuum of care to enhance to make the people healthy. So this is another way. So we are studying to improve the safety and care quality, and reducing healthcare costs and the IT costs, and maximizing the reimbursement. So in the healthcare industry, currently in health IT, the big challenge is currently we have patient data at different levels. We have a data in different devices, from phone to iPad to computers to different health monitoring devices, EHR, PHR, all those data. The goal is, how can we get all the data connected and then standardize them and transform them into the CCD or CCDA format, which is an HL7 standard format, so that we can generate alerts and make the data meaningful. So what the alert does is, to accomplish that mission is, so this is basically the HIT architecture. It shows, this is an onion diagram, and it shows us, the patient is in the center. The unique thing about the alert is, we have a patient in the center as compared to the physician. And if you see, in the first range, the data is generated at patient level, and then it's captured in the EHR, PHR, and devices, the second level. And then the data is collected through health information exchange, and then at the third onion, which is actually the alert analytics, at that level we run the population analytics and generate the real-time alerts. That's where action starts. So we are actually the key player of generating alerts and making all the data meaningful. And at the end, we are providing services for wellness coaching and care of disease management. So Alert is present in all levels. If you see the first, the circle, devices, EHR, and the PHR, we are making the devices right now. So Alert has INR monitoring devices, blood glucose monitoring devices, BNP for heart failure monitoring, and so on. So if you see the health information exchange, we have the sister company, Alert ACS. So it does the health information exchange part, take care of that part, and we take care of the population analytics and real-time incident scores. And of course, the Alert on the big picture does the well-being, wellness coaching, and behavior change programs. So this is the platform for the Alert analytics. And the unique thing is, like, we collect the data from EHR, HIEs, we have a capability to capture data from claims and devices and the personal health records. What we do is we also provide the interoperability services, and we run the semantic normalization. So semantic normalization, what we do is we get the data from different EHRs. So the different physician might be using a different code set. So we take all the data and then transform them and do the semantic normalization and transform them into CCDA and CCD format, and then do data repository in our data warehouse. And I'll show you in a minute. After that, we run the analytics. So the middle part is the HIE services, and the lower part is where we store the data, and that data is run against our rule engine, So against the rule engine, once the data is run, so we do the quality reporting, we do the performance metrics, and we real-time clinical decision support and real-time interventional clinical decision supports. And we also have a portal for the providers, portal for the patient, and the care management team. So this is our smart path where we build rules. So what we do, so this is one of the specification document from one of the quality program, and we take the clinical information and code them and transform them into our rule engine so that it can generate alerts. I'll give you a demo in a few minutes so you have a better feeling. So this is the process, like how we take the data, capture the data, and process, and then at the end we report it. So Alert is providing a different kind of solutions, and mainly what we do is, so we provide physicians with a set of patient-specific actionable recommendations prior to each visit, and alerts physician of possible gaps in between the visits. So this is our specialty. So if you can see, there are different kind of reports. We can generate data. We can, like in the disease registry program, we can have all the data. You can stratify the data based on the organization, based on the practice, based on the patient level. So you can run and you can say, okay, I need a patient for this provider A, B, or B. I need all the diabetic patients. So we'll have all those diabetic patients. You can run the report. You want to see an hemoglobin A1C. Those who have hemoglobin A1C of more than 9 will give you all the patients who have the hemoglobin A1C of more than 9. And you have a capability of further drill down into each patient and see what the other labs are, what are the other recommendations are, what the other tests are due. So we have that kind of capability in disease registry program. So this is just showing like how the alerts look like. Here, if you see here, the patient is due for mammogram, and the physician is going to get that alert in the EMR, and then once the physician enter the orders into the EMR and EHR, and the alerts go away. There's no more alerts. And similarly, we have the capability for personalization. And suppose if a patient do not want to get like kind of alerts or don't want to be bothered, so we have a capability in the system so that we can exclude those patients. So we offer a lot of other solutions. So currently we offer meaningful use stage 2. We are certified from CMIO. We offer HEDIS. We are certified from NCQA. And PQRS, we have a PCO solution. And we have a disease registries and real-time recommendations. And currently we are having the contract with the UK government. We're preparing a quality of framework, COF measures. This is COF measure in the UK is similar to the PQRS in the United States. And also we have preparing the health check program again for the UK and NICE guideline for the UK. And we have a clinical surveillance program, and we have a medication management, infection control, and disease surveillance. On top of that, we have a lot of other capabilities, and for example, we can do intelligence order set and predictive modeling and patient education and so on. So we have the capability to do the geo-segmentation. So one of our client in New Jersey, you want to see like the patient in a geographic pattern. For example, this geographic diagram is showing in red all the patients who have hemoglobin A1C of, for example, more than 9. It's going to show you in the map. So Elliot also offers a telehealth program, disease management program. And currently we are having a health, heart failure, diabetes, COPD, and INR monitoring program. We also have a capability to for the network performance. And if you see here in this diagram, the mean annual cost per patient. So we can have annual cost per patient disease level, or we can have an annual cost per patient at drug level. So which are the most common or most expensive drug the patient has used in a certain hospital during a certain point of time. And we do have a risk stratification, and this is a kind of we actually develop the evidence-based care gaps and cost scores based on our quality programs. For example, in the quality program, if a diabetic patient need to have annual eye exam, need to be referred to the nephrologist for proteinuria, or need to check his hemoglobin A1C in 1 year. So if each care gap, if the performance is not better, is going to get 1 score. So the more your score have, the more is the risk like this, the cost is going to go high. So based on that, that background, we have come up with the score, like the risk score criteria. And we have a capability for infection control, pharmacy management, and anticoagulation management. So currently we have we are offering this program to Bronx Hospital in New York, and actually this is our very hot program, and now Mount Sinai is also interested to proceed with this same kind of infection control solution. Actually, I'm going to show you our portal. this is a portal for example, the disease histories. So, in organization level, you can set up a time period, and you can select the providers and see under their provider practice how many patients have diabetes or any other illness. So it's going to give you all the charts. It's going to show you your patient, like how many patients have less than 7 hemoglobin A1C, how many have 7 to 8, and so on. And it's going to give you a very nice dashboard. Give you a list of all the diabetic patients on one side and give you the hemoglobin A1C, LDL-C, and then all the blood pressure and BMI and so on. And you can actually stratify the data according to hemoglobin A1C or any other investigation. And if you further drill down, you just click the patient here. It's going to give you the other, the lab values along with the alerts, if there are any alerts need to be, if there are any other helpful information which need to know. And now you can further drill down. Actually, there's a problem with the portal right now. That's why I cannot demonstrate correctly.
In the scenario you're doing, who are you? Whose user do you represent in doing this?
This one? Or this is the UK? This is the practice level. Yeah. You can drill down organization level, hospital level. You can drill down at a provider level. And you can drill down at a patient level.
So, why physician in practice look at the patient data through the portal rather than going into their EMR? Because this is my EMR, right? Is that the right patient?
So this is the patient, but like you might have a patient who have a kind of last 6 months have a visit with another EHR or EMR with another provider, and now you have that patient, and now what we are doing is we're combining all the, connecting all the data and putting all the data longitudinal record into our warehouse, data warehouse, where you can generate the reports, longitudinal report. That's a kind of disease logistics, right? So you don't have to, that's the beauty, like you have a longitudinal data sitting in our warehouse. Every day we receive thousands and millions of CCDs and CCDAs, and we don't waste them. We keep them in our data warehouse, and every time we get the new data goes to the warehouse, defragment, regenerate a longitudinal record from the old data, and regenerate the CCDAs. So that's how you can have a, it doesn't, regardless if the patient has those testing in any other providers or EHR, so you will have all those information. So we have, for example, the infection control program. You can see the central line associated bloodstream infection. It's going to give you the infection across the different the units of the hospital, and then you can also see in the bug unit and the cardiac unit how many patients have a central line associated infection. And even you can drill down to the hospital level, from one hospital to second hospital, you can compare the central line associated bloodstream infection in one versus other. Actually, I'm sorry, I'm not demonstrating because there's a problem with our, probably in the portal. If you go to the patient level even, there is two more steps you can further drill on. If you go, just click one of the indicators or alerts, it's going to give you the longitudinal record of that patient for the last 3 years or 4 years, with like how much was the hemoglobin, average hemoglobin A1C in 2008, 2009, 2010, and so on, for all the graphical and very nice dashboard for all the labs, not only one of them. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have to.
I'll get the mic to her.
For the infection control program, right?
Yeah. How actionable is this data?
Yeah, so I'll show you 1 second there. So you can go to the patient here. If you click the hospital, it's going to give you that hospital with all the central line associated infections, along with a list of those patients. And on front of those, it's going to give you a agenda and all the information. If you're going to further click on each patient, it's going to give you where the patient was, when it occurred, and it's going to give you all the other parameters as well. So you can drill down at like whatever the information you want, you can drill down at that.
But it doesn't tell you necessarily with the central line in, or if there was something unique about that process that would have to be sort of a chart review.
It's telling you where what the location of the central line was, whether it was an ICU, whether it was the ward, whether it was a kind of the cardiology.
Okay, thank you.
And then the beauty is that you can right away, because we have a CDC has a reporting requirement for infection control, so you can like export to the CDC. If you have infection, if you have a disease surveillance which is reportable, you can write from your system, you can just export to the CDC.